Today we celebrate the feast of St. Francis Xavier, who was born in 1506 and studied at the University of Paris with St. Ignatius of Loyola. And those two met and they started to study the faith together and pray together. And eventually they took the promises of poverty, chastity, and obedience together in 1534. And they started to become what we now know as the Society of Jesus, the Jesuit order. And in 1540, they became recognized by the Church, by Pope Paul III, and began their work. Their desire was to go to the Holy Land and to convert non-believers, increasing the fold of God. However, Pope Paul III asked them to go to India, especially St. Francis, to minister to the Portuguese immigrants and colonists there who were starting to leave the faith. St. Francis went to India and began to minister to the poor and the sick, to the native peoples of India as well as the Portuguese. He did great work there, and eventually he made his way to Japan, and he made a convert and was able to set up a few communities, but it was great resistance in Japan, and he was eventually told to leave, and Christianity was outlawed, which brought into an era of great persecution of Christianity in Japan. St. Francis then decided to go to China after being invited and spent time in China. He eventually died and found his final resting place in India, where the majority of his remains are still to be venerated. His right arm, his blessing arm, is located in Rome at the Mother Church of the Jesuits, the Gesù. So if you're ever in Rome, you can go and see his arm. St. Francis is the patron of the missions. And what does he tell us today? Today he reminds us the importance of our faith, how the missionaries go out to the world to share this great news with everybody, even though there are great dangers and great risks. We're at our baptismal font at St. Michael's because it's all a matter of our baptism. It's where we receive that faith, that salvation, that faith on which we're to build our house on sturdy rock. Faith on solid rock allows us to resist those dangers, those difficulties in sharing our faith and in living our faith. That when we live and move and have our whole life built on Christ, no difficulty is too big or too difficult. We're called to listen to the words of the Lord and to act on them. Spirit of obedience. St. Francis didn't want to go to India, but the Holy Father asked him to because that's where he was needed, and he went. And so let's ask for St. Francis's intercession to always have a great appreciation and thankfulness for the gift of baptism that we've received, and that courage to share our faith with those that we know and love, those we interact with each and every day, because what's at stake is great, and it's all out of love and to build our home on that foundation. So even the sharing of our faith is not too scary. We have Christ to help us and the intercession of St. Francis. May he pray for us.